In this video, we're going to watch how Silicon Valley, that show on HBO, thinks about Scrum and teaches Scrum. We'll see if it's right. We'll see if it's wrong. I'm praying that it's not a crude scene because I haven't seen it yet. We'll edit it even if it is. All right, so let's go in and check it out, how Silicon Valley thinks about Scrum. So here we go.
We have a lot of work to get done, so maybe we should do that instead, please?
Dude, relax, okay? We each ripped through a full module this morning. We're just taking a little break. DRM is now a thing of beauty.
Wait, you did DRM?
Yeah?
I did DRM.
Why did you do DRM? I said I would do DRM, you would do error handling.
Anything to do with errors sounds like your whole vibe.
Yeah, I handle errors
Scrum?
like every day.
Yes, Scrum.
So right off the bat, what do we have here? Seems like the team, not exactly disciplined. They're kind of having fun, so it's a cool work environment maybe, but they're duplicating work. So is work visual? Are they collaborating? Are they doing those things? No, and it's creating waste and, rework and all these things. And so this person with the green whatever on, I bet he's going to do a bad job at explaining Scrum. My bet is, okay, it's a comedy show. But we created an environment that like, okay, I'll try anything. I'll try Scrum. So let's go check and see what Scrum looks like in this environment.
You missed my Scrum.
So from rules-based filtering, we go to workflow, at which point that card is moved from the icebox into the in progress column, and it stays there until it is ready for testing. Okay, this increases visibility into our team's progress. And that, gentleman, is Scrum.
And that, gentleman, is not Scrum, okay? So maybe that's the end of a really great conversation, but it doesn't seem like the team is engaged. They're not interested. It seems like we're forcing it down. They do have a cool little board here. So this is a Kanban board, work visualization board. Nothing wrong with that. Let's take a look at it just from fun. Way left side, I think he said those are the big epics. Great. So all this stuff and how we set up, a lot of people think that is Scrum. Oh, I got a board. Oh, I got cards. I got user stories. I've got epics. I got blah, blah, blah. I got work in progress. That's Scrum. No, that's just like the ways in which we manifest the work and show the work and do those. Scrum, in essence, is a self-organizing team that's all committed to like grinding through and doing work in small functional little units to deliver value to the customer and learn through the cycle. I could give you a better definition, but it's not just this board. It's not just the cards. It's not just that, So as we're starting off, what's the first event that we would go through? Sprint planning. This might be their version of sprint planning. This guy might be the Scrum Master, but it feels like one-way communication so far. And it sounds like he's getting ready to assign work into the work in progress. So I think we missed the point here. Do they understand what the epics are? Do they understand what's next? Has the backlog been rated based on value and need and priority? Probably not. So not digging what they're saying about Scrum, but who knows? Maybe they'll clean it up. It is Hollywood. Maybe they'll make it better.
Welcome to the next 8 weeks of our lives.
All right, so in 2 seconds, they made it worse. Why 8 weeks? Welcome to the next 8 weeks. So we're just giving away? You're quitting in 8 weeks, or our sprint is 8 weeks? This is Scrum, by the way. So no, wrong. Even in the Scrum guys, it says maximum 4 weeks. So no. We should be doing a week or a 2 week sprint just to get into it. And we should be doing sprint planning in a different way, right? Hey, talk about what we could do next. What have we done? What do we think is priority? Let's talk through the work. Let's see what issues there are, etc. Sounds like we're getting ready to dictate work down and just keep hitting on people. So they are not doing Scrum. They're doing fancy waterfall that in a bad way with a picture on the wall. So double bad. Let's go.
Just became a job.
Okay, so here are the cards I'm adding under this epic for the ingestion engine. And there are 3 stories here. How long do we think each one will take?
I don't know. Who cares?
How would they know if we haven't talked about the work, right? And so we need to talk about the work and then have a discussion from the other side, the developers, this individual and the others, about what the realities are, how they, integrate to the system, what kind of risks, et cetera, what the acceptance criteria is. Who is the product owner in this situation? My assumption is it's that other dude that was on the couch. That would be the product owner, possibly. And so we need better role definition, better understanding of how the meetings go, and driving at understanding, not how long do you think it's going to take? Because I imagine they're going to say a couple hours. Let me hit the play button and see what they say.
Who cares? 4 hours apiece?
Yeah, maybe for you. Each one of those tasks would take me 3 max.
Not
Okay, so they're starting to debate on there. So why do you think it takes 3 hours? First of all, we don't want to get too much into the hours. We're not going to track it that way, obviously. But what do you know that he doesn't know? Is it just like I'm better than you, therefore I'm faster? This is polluting the world, right? I know it's a joke. I know it's Silicon Valley, the show. I never watched it. But yeah, this is not Scrum in any aspect, right? And so let's see what I guess this guy's a Scrum Master. Let's see what he says.
Asks stories.
I've got a story. Why don't you choke on my balls?
Well, how about
Okay, so when he says, oh, they're not tasks, they're stories, like, who cares, bro? Like, you're saying these are things that need to be done, and the conversation needs to be around, like, the work, understanding the depths of the work, right? So if you name it a card and you're, like, really a stickler on, no, it's called this or it's called that. Yeah, cool. But, like, what is the ultimate goal? Is to get understanding and collaboration with the work. So, yet again, missing the point.
this? Why don't you each take one story, right? Okay. And we'll see who's right.
You see what he's doing, right? He's trying to get us to compete so we work faster. He thinks this wall of Psych 101 MBA mind control bullshit is going to motivate us.
Fine, don't compete. Do them at whatever speed you like.
Jared.
So what do you think about that? Is it right to say, oh, if you think it's going to take 3 hours and you think it's going to take 4 hours, why don't you each take a card and we'll race and we'll see who's right? What's wrong about that? Pretty much everything, right? And so as we go in there, we want to understand the work. We want to agree upon how difficult it is. And if it's 3 hours or 4 hours, does it really matter? There is no right. It's just, are we going to build it in the right way? And that's what we need to think about, okay? So this is setting up a culture of competition, not collaboration. It's not really going to serve it. And it seems like if they go forth and they make the joke the way this way, they're going to grind themselves to death. And then what do we do a week from now that everybody is bleary-eyed and not willing to work and they're all, Lord of the Flies in a sense, trying to defend their themselves? It's just bad. This dude doesn't know what Scrum is. Whatever, he's an actor, so maybe we take him to class.
I know these guys. I really don't think Scrum is gonna work for them.
Okay, well, just trust in the system.
So we're gonna work at a nice leisurely pace, right?
Sure.
Yeah, that's what we want. We want nice, we can do it every day kind of pace, but let's see how it manifests.
But why are you tapping faster?
I'm not. Maybe my leisurely pace is just a little faster than yours.
What does the focus of the work become? Oh, I'm faster than you. I'm better than you, whatever. And in reality, it shouldn't be that. It should be on what are we building? How do we do it more creatively? How do we get it to a done state? How do we get feedback from the customer? How do we learn? How do we build up? How do we satisfy what we're trying to do instead of, oh, I'm better than you versus this is setting up to be a ginormous failure. So not good.
Booyah.
Guys, have you been out front?
All right, so overall, what do we think about this? Terrible, bad, nothing to learn here other than everything they're doing is wrong. Now, is it the developers' problem? Nope. They are just being forced down this system that is not Scrum. It is not setting them up for success, and it's not driving collaboration. Now, this is a pretty small dev team, right? 2, maybe 3 guys. So they can work together. We're trying to drive collaboration, make sure everybody knows what they're working on and simplify the system. Remove, things that are slowing them down, get them flowing to there, get them flow through the system and doing better. So they've just made the opportunity to do really well with a small team. They've turned that down to 0 and it's going to blow up in your face. So what have we learned about Scrum? Don't do it this way. Simple as that. Let's keep rolling on. Maybe we'll find some more funny videos.